Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, and today I am going to just talk to you guys because I feel like the last video I did where I was talking to you guys and I was very transparent and vulnerable and raw and like, I don't know how to explain it, but y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm saying. So, and I also wanted to kind of like answer some of your questions that a lot of people were asking me in the comments. Some of them I deleted and some people got blocked. Don't worry, you know if you got blocked or not. But and the reason why was because like, y'all, these emotions, these pregnancy hormones is just ridiculous. So I just wanted to talk to y'all and come on here and pretty much like just have a conversation. So the number one question I get a lot is, where's Nana? Like, where's Nana at and all this that's been going on with the kids and everything like that? And to be honest with y'all, Nana is not here. Nana left. Well, she didn't leave. She didn't really leave. She's still here. But like, Nana don't really be here like that. And when she is here, she's usually in her room because she does not want to be bothered with the kids and all the shenanigans that be going on. Because let's be realistic, Nana did her childbearing time. You know what I'm saying? Like, she did what she was supposed to do when she raised her kids. And she and I, mostly I, feel like she shouldn't have to, you know, bear the burden of raising my kids. She doesn't really want to like sit here and be yelling and trying to discipline kids that don't belong to her. So instead, and she can't really help herself, so to avoid her being involved in it and stressing herself out, she'd rather not be here. So majority of the time she's at Pop-Pop's house and she stays over there, which is fine with me. I don't have a problem with it. It doesn't hurt my feelings. But you know, it does suck sometimes because, you know, the whole point of her being here was to help us out. I mean, she does help us out a lot. Like, I appreciate it because when she does help us out, she takes the kids, and usually the kids be gone for hours at a time. Let me hold that thought. Let me change the battery because it's about to die. Yeah, that's the main question I always get a lot, is like, where's Nana? Where's Nana in all this? And a lot of people always assume that like I'm lying or I'm just making up stuff or whatever. But honestly, I'm not, because Nana's not here. She don't want to be bothered with these kids just as much as I don't. And I don't blame her, because these are not her kids to be dealing with on 20 all the time. Like, and she know it, because every time she come here, she be cussing them out all the time. And she be coming at me. Well, she used to come at me. Now she don't come at me. But before, when I wasn't like so like strict and like on top of them and everything like that, she used to be like, you need to stand firm, and everything y'all were saying in the comments, pretty much. Pretty much what y'all were saying was like pretty much what Nana was saying, like, you need to be firm and you need to do this. And when they were coming out of pocket and being disrespectful or hitting me or whatever, or, you know, saying ignorant shit out their mouth, she'd be like, beat the ass. Beat them. That's Nana, because, you know, Nana's old school, so she not the type of person to deal with that mess. You know, she not with it. But she don't feel like it's her place, and she don't want to be that person to be like up somebody's head every time they disrespect me or come at me sideways. So basically her solution is to not be here, and I don't blame her. So I know a lot of people were questioning and wondering, where's Nana in all this mess that's been going on? Why is Nana not here? And even her, like, I even told her, like, the night that you guys seen the video, she came in the door and she was like, what's wrong? And I broke down in front of her and was talking to her about it, and even she was like, okay, enough's enough. She went upstairs and went in on all of them. Even she was like, you know, like, enough's enough. It shouldn't get to that point where your mom is like feeling the way she's feeling and stuff like that. And even she, like, and I even told her, like, straight to her face, like, with no questions or anything. And I was like, I don't take it personally when you come to me about what the kids tell you or anything like that, because I know you're not coming at me with ill intent or being malicious or mean or nasty about it. It's because you're concerned, and you know, and I appreciate that from her, because like, you know, one thing I love about Nana is she holds me accountable as I hold her accountable in a lot of situations. So it doesn't bother me that she comes to me, and me and her talk all the time. And you know, it took her a while, but she's slowly understanding where I'm coming from, because now the kids don't even listen to her. Like, she tries to talk to them and she's like, you know, just listen to me and I'll help you out, or whatever the case may be. And now she's starting to see, like, they don't, like, she even told them, she's like, y'all don't even listen to me. Like, y'all just blatantly ignore me, and then you lie to my face and tell me a whole completely different story than what it really is. So yeah, that's the situation with Nana. But Nana still lives here with us. It's just that because of the way the kids is behaving and stuff like that, she feel like it's best if she step out the picture and not be here to hear the hooping and hollering, because she gonna come out that room, or she gonna come out left field, and y'all know how old school people are. She gonna come out of nowhere. You're not even gonna see her in your peripheral view, and she's gonna be like So yeah, that was like one of the main questions I was getting a lot, was like, where's Nana? Like, what's going on with her? So yeah, that's the situation with Nana. So yeah, somebody else was like, how come they can't get snacks or have something fun on the weekends or once a week? And I said, because if they're misbehaving 2 to 3 days out of the 5 days, why would I give them a reward? That makes no sense. So that's my answer to that. So no, they don't get no rewards on Friday nights. They don't get no snacks or no junk food or anything on Friday nights if they've been misbehaving the whole week. That just serves no purpose. That doesn't teach them anything. Right now, the way it is that they're in their rooms. The only time they come out their rooms is if it's to eat or go to class. That's it. Leon deals with the schooling situation and everything else and the discipline, but as far as like them coming out their rooms and hanging and chilling or whatever, and hanging out in the living room and watching whatever I'm watching, or you know, whatever the case may be, or playing Uno cards or whatever, that's been cut. They don't even get that. So yeah, if you guys were wondering, that's where it's been at. And I know they probably like, what? But I don't care. I'm not even going to explain myself. They should know better. And today Leon had to yell at them about not being in class like they're supposed to. So yeah, so I know somebody asked me about, you know, the candy and snack and all that once a week, or give them like an incentive. We tried the incentives where, like, we know you do this and you get that, and they pretty much just did what they wanted to do and went around it, and then still had their hand out, like, and smiling and pretending like they did what they were supposed to do, and they didn't. Yeah, we tried that. That's not working. I'm done with it. We're at the point where you don't get nothing at all. You don't get nothing. And you know, we was doing stuff or whatever, going on the weekends and having fun and stuff, but that's out. And I wasn't vlogging it for you guys because I was just like, what's the point? And to be realistic with you guys, I was forgetting the camera and my phone's always dying. So yeah, so but yeah, that's not happening. They don't get no rewards. They don't get nothing. They don't get nothing. So what was the other one? Somebody was saying something about, you know, sending them back to school, and initially that was my thought, and that's still like something that I really want to do, is send them back to school and say forget K-12. Nothing against K-12. I love K-12. It's just that I want my kids to experience life, and they're not going to experience it in the house, so, and going to school at home. So it's like, I'd rather them go to regular public school, experience life, see what it really is, because they feel like they know better. They know more than me about how life is. So, but Leon doesn't want that. Me and him are not seeing eye to eye on that, but it's okay. It's not like it's the end of the world. It's really not. It's not like it's the end of the world for me and him. But like, I feel like it's important for them to go to school, public school. Even Anna agrees. She feels like they should go back to school. Me and her are on the same page about that. Me and Nana be usually on the same page about a lot of stuff. So but yeah, me and her both was talking about it, and she even agrees with me. Like, she thinks that the kids should go back to school, and I feel like they should go back to school. Initially, the reason why we took them out was because my oldest was failing school, and it was because of like her behavior and everything. But because she's in high school now, I feel like it will be a completely different experience for her, because middle school is something completely different. And then if you're from this area and you went to Reading High, you know Reading High is a completely different experience than going to elementary school or going to like one of these middle schools out here. I went to Southwest Middle School, and then I went to Northeast Middle School, and Southwest was completely different than going to Northeast. And the way it is out here now, the Northeast side of the city is bad. When I say it's bad, like, if you used to live out here, you know that the south side was the bad area, the area that you did not even go into at all. And now it done flipped to where the northeast side is horrible and the south side is nice, where, you know, rent is starting to get a little on the expensive side on that side of town. So, but yeah, I think it would be a good fit for them to experience it differently. I think specifically for my oldest, because when I went to high school in 9th grade, it was like a completely different feel compared to being in middle school, and I think it will help her have some life experience. She still wants to get a job. I'm waiting for the school to call me back to see when I can go up there to get her work permit so that she can apply for jobs, because y'all, she getting a job. I'm not even gonna cry, because usually, you know, when kids do like the little milestones, you cry and you be like, oh, my baby girl is growing big, and I'm gonna cry because I'm gonna be happy. I'm not crying because I'm gonna be, it's like not a bittersweet situation. It's not gonna be like that. It's gonna be like, oh, life experience. Life is gonna hit you in your face. It's gonna be like, boom, in your face. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. I have to go through the questions, because I get a lot of questions all the time, and majority of the time, and of course my phone died. It died. Never fails. Let me see if I can think of off the top of my head some of the questions that I see. Some people were asking me about, you know, school and welfare and stuff like that, and like, how does it affect me now that I'm not in school, and does that affect my welfare benefits? And to be honest with y'all, welfare had nothing to do with school. I went to school because I wanted to go to school. I did have to do a work program, but that was when I was getting cash assistance. And then once I decided to go to school, that changed. And then now that I'm not now that I'm not at the community college, I'm no longer in the program, and it has nothing to do with my welfare benefits, and I don't get cash assistance, so I'm no longer obligated to be in the program anymore. So yeah, maybe I should have went into more details about this, because I don't understand. Maybe that's why you guys are not understanding how the whole situation went down. Once I canceled my cash assistance, I was no longer obligated to be a part of the welfare program or anything like that. The only reason why I was in the welfare work program was because I was receiving cash assistance. Once I canceled my cash assistance, that went out the window, and I only stuck out with school because I wanted my degree. And then the way the program is that you can stay in the Keys program if you get food stamps, but you don't get the same incentives as if you was getting cash assistance, if that makes sense. Now that I'm no longer at the community college, that automatically canceled my case with the Keys program, because it's only tied to the community college. So the school that I was going to for my BA has no ties to Pennsylvania itself. So yeah, that has nothing to do with it. You'll have to go back months. I'll probably link it down in the description box for you guys if you guys don't remember when I canceled my cash assistance. But yeah, that has nothing to do with it. Once I canceled that, I was done with the program. The chains came off. Your girl was free. And so yeah, even though Leon's down at the community college and he's doing school, whatever, he does not qualify for the program because he's considered disabled, and they don't work with people that are disabled in that program. So yeah, we don't have to work or do anything to get welfare benefits. The only thing that we qualify for is food stamps and medical assistance. But yeah. And somebody was saying like how come I don't ask for like resources and stuff like that, and then we get tons of resources. Last year, if you don't remember, CPS came to our house because a situation happened with the boys, and when I tell y'all I broke down and cried, and asked them for help. I begged them for help. I asked them, what can I do? And they basically had nothing for us. The only advice they gave us was to basically continue doing what we're doing, continue to be firm, and do what we're doing. Like, there's not really much else that we can do, because we explained to them the situation that the kids were stealing. My oldest was, going through what she was going through and stuff like that. And then all the kids are in therapy right now. But even the therapist, the teachers, the support system group that they have, the student support group that they have through K-12, even the support group that they had at the middle school, they all said the same thing. They're just basic regular kids going through normal adolescence and dealing with peer pressure because they see other kids around them getting what they want, and they want me to be the same. And for me as the parent to put my foot down, and if I have to put my foot in that ass. No, I'm kidding, they didn't say that. They probably wanted to say that, but no, they didn't say that. But I think they feel like a lot of parents don't discipline their kids because they're afraid of how things are nowadays. Like, we can't really do nothing like we used to back in the day. Like, you can't even discipline your kids. Shout out to RW, because she's the main one that was like, you need to stop trying to save them, let them experience life, and let them deal with the hardcore life experiences and the consequences of their life. Because it's true, I do need to stop trying to save my kids. I do need to stop trying to compromise. That's the word, compromise. I need to stop trying to compromise with my kids as if they're like my friend. No, there's no compromising, which is why they're in their room, and they probably listen to this conversation now, and I don't care. They know that I talk to you guys all the time, and I already said that before. They know what I say. They know what I'm talking about. And then some people were in the last video, they were saying like, why don't you let your kids see this video? And that's because they already seen me like that. They already seen how I felt. They already heard me say the things that I've said, and they already seen me upset and distraught and hurt and all that. So it's like, they already know how I feel. They just don't care. That's kids for you. So I'm trying to think of what else. What other stuff that you guys were saying in the comments? And then I'm not saying that like, oh my god, you guys were saying this in the comments. No, like, because I don't have time like really to like go through the comments and comment back to everybody. And sometimes it's easier just to say it on camera than to comment it, because it's usually the same questions over and over and over and over and over and over. And it'd just be easier just to put it all here and let y'all see and let y'all hear it from the horse's mouth, instead of trying to have to read through the comments yourself for y'all to get the answer, because I don't want to have to keep repeating myself, and I don't think it's fair to you guys to have to go find it in the comments. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to think of what else. If you guys have any other questions, let me know in the comments. Just feel free to ask any questions that you want. As for my oldest, does she see her dad? No. Does she see her grandmother, her dad's mom? No, she doesn't see her. I kind of ended that relationship between me and her. And that was because of, she was telling her something completely different than what I was trying to raise her. Basically, her mindset is let them do whatever the fuck they want to do, and they have no consequences to their actions. And mine was like, no. Delete, block. Well, it was the other way around. She deleted and blocked me, but I don't give a fuck. But really, it wasn't so much that. It was more so the girls. The girls really didn't want to be bothered. And I think it's because they're getting older. Again, they have their own perception of how they want to live their lives. And I guess the way how she had her life set up and how she was, treating them and stuff, they didn't like it. So I didn't force my girls to want to be bothered. And I really didn't answer no questions about it. So, and I felt like at the time they had free range to social media and messenger, and could have messaged her and talked to her anytime they wanted, and they chose not to. Now they just don't have no access to any type of social media. They don't even got a phone anymore. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it that I wanted to talk about on here. I really don't have anything else. If you guys do have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments. I don't want this video to be too long, and I gotta edit it. And so yeah, I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.
I finally stopped running now. With you I found my peace somehow. Let go of every thought that was holding me back. Yeah, I'm in love with you in every way. That joy you give me every day.